Hi and welcome to TRX Bench. Today here on the bench, Kenwood's flagship. So it is a TS-990S and you may already know this radio. Great stuff. But fortunately there is no fault with this nice radio. We simply have new radio regulations here in our country. And new radio regulations means so now it is legal to use the 60 meter band. But you may know that on transmit normally all the bands which are not allowed to use are closed, so you can't transmit. So what we want to do today is we want to just open the radio so that we can use the 60 meter band as well. And yeah, let me show you the process that you get an idea what's going on if you like to open your radio. Alright, and here is our TS-990. And as you can already see, we just dialed in the 60 meter band, and this is, by the way, the start frequency. So we have now a frequency space from 53515. So this is not the start frequency, we are a bit too far. It is 51500. So that is the start frequency, and it goes up to 53665, which means the bandwidth is 15 kilohertz, and it is allowed to use it on SSB with 2.7 kilohertz bandwidth. Which means we have maximum 3 or maybe 4 stations which can work side by side, so that is not really much. And we can use 15 watt output power EIRP. So that are the conditions, but as you can see, if I press here my PTT, you see the indication is not going to transmit, which clearly shows this radio won't transmit here on the 60 meter band. So let's crack open the radio and let's see that it will work on the required frequencies, shall we? Okay, just to get a little orientation, so this here is our control unit, and as the name already says, control unit means we have our MCU here, which is controlling at least our radio, and that is what you can see here right in the middle. So that is, if you like, the master MCU, and if I enlarge it here more and more, you may already read it here in the middle. And yeah, that is our component of interest, because when we go ahead and watch here our board, then we see that this here is our MCU, and close by our MCU, so let me enlarge it here a little bit more, we find our coding resistors, which are here. Don't know if you can see it, so let me better do it this way here. So once again, here is our MCU, and this here are our coding resistors, and this here is the coding resistor which makes the radio complete open. That means we can transmit all over, and that is what we want to do today. Then it is the kind of Mars modification. It is a 60-meter modification, so it really can be used anywhere, and that is what we want to do. So let's go here into the radio and see that we find our R3035. So 335 is our resistor of interest. So normally these are 0 ohm resistors, so only bridges to make the coding which bands should be usable and which should be blocked. So that is what it is all about. Okay, and I've already opened the radio here from the button side, and yeah, when I go closer, then we find down here our control unit, and you see it here right in the middle. So this is our MCU or our SoC, however you want to call it. So SoC means system on chip, which is telling us it is not only a CPU, it is all the peripheral which is needed to operate a computer system. So let me call it that way. Okay, and when we now zoom in, here, we find, at least, let me see, and here is our wire above our coding resistor. So let me take this wire away, and then we can see down here our field where we normally have our resistors here in this radio. So that seems to be then the European version. We have only one resistor left, and yeah, normally we can now do different codes, and therefore you would put additional resistors onto it, or you take it off. But what we want to do is simply taking off this resistor here. As I said, this here is a resistor where we can completely open up the radio, and then transmit will be possible anywhere. So, and that is what the owner asked me to do. We just open up the radio completely. Just once again, so that you have the right impression how really tiny this all is. So I just put here a normal transistor into the circuit, just to get a feeling what are the sizes are, and there you really can see how small the resistor is we need to remove this little one here. And when I zoom out, you really not able to see the little resistor any longer. So why do I say this? If you are not familiar with SMD technology, simply don't do it. You really can destroy your complete control board, and you know, that is really not what you want. So therefore, if you're not familiar with surface mount components, please bring your radio into a radio lab that it can be done in a proper way, because you do not need only the skills to do it, you also need the right tools. And without the right tools, and never worked on SMD technology, you definitely will destroy your board. So don't do it. Alright, be careful. Here we have a little battery pack which should not get touched, and I use here my hot tweezers for this job. Let me first clean it up a little bit, that everything is just fine. And now let me go down here to our component, and I hope I can see it here. And now I can lift it away, and I can easily put it here onto this metal here. Can you see it? So a little component, let me take it here away from our hot tweezers, and you may see it here. There it is. And you really see how small it is, and therefore really take care if you are following along. Okay, so our connector here is back in place, and now the most important thing is, let's check if it works. Okay, and for test purposes the radio is still lying flipped over, and yeah, we are on 5.260 where we were not able to transmit, and well, let's see what is going on right now. So here is our TX indication. Let's see what's going on here. Hey, little dog, what's going on here with you? And so here, and you see now we have the TX indication, and our transmitter is set to 5 watt output power, and I've set it to FM, so that is easier. Let's see what our meter is telling us. Okay, let's see. 5 watt output should be reachable, and you see, yeah, it is working. So let me increase our output power. Now it is set to 50 watt. Let's check. Just fine. No problem. Everything is just fine. Okay, and this radio is able to put out 200 watt, and we want to see it simply. Yeah, 215. It's working just fine, no problem. Okay, and as we said before, this is now a complete MOS modification as well. So it is not only working on 60 meter. So for instance, we have dialed in 15386, which is the Canadian Forces Affiliate radio system. So one of those frequencies. And if you are a ham operator, you know that this is not a ham radio frequency. So therefore that is a difference. But now we can also transmit here on this MOS frequency as well. And if we have a look here on our LP500, you see that of course I can increase my power as well. So I don't know, just to let you know, so 60 watt, and we can go up to 200 watt. So that is what I really wanted to show you. Radio is now fully open. Yeah, and here is our radio dog. So that is Lady Nini. And that is the little dog you heard a second ago. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a big thumb up, and Nini as well. And catch you next time. Bye.